Hello, YouTube fans. This is TheSkullKlown. I want to say one thing with this Godzilla versus Kong thing. Um, Everyone's talking about the trailer, theories, speculations, and all that. I want to say this because I'm not saying this will happen or it's going to happen, but I want to say this: if the Godzilla in the trailer is not the real Godzilla, basically. I'm sure they're showing the real Godzilla, then, maybe Mega Godzilla if he's in the skin shit and all that. If they are going to do that. Not to say I'm not against it or anything like that. Kind of like that's how Mega Godzilla was first introduced. So you paying homage to that, I wouldn't care. And he hasn't been like that in years anyways. You know? Have you ever seen Mega Godzilla wear a skin suit ever since his first arrival? No, he hasn't ever since. So, um, that should get you thinking right in your head a little bit too, because they did mention that Kinodora is not from the planet; he's extraterrestrial. So is it possible that is Mega Kinodora? I mean, so is Mega Godzilla? Is it possible that one of the like Monarch or the other whatever it's called Apex, I believe, one of those two are working for extraterrestrials, then they turn against them, then they're evil and shit. I mean, most people are like, oh, that's so common and shit. Well, talk to all the Godzilla movies because some of those old Godzilla movies do that, okay? And in a way, it's kind of a tradition to have Godzilla movies like that. It's like, you know what? It's almost like I wouldn't have had it any other way. It's almost like that. If you want to go back to the basics, I think that's what they're doing with this movie in a way, going back to the basics. But one thing I do want to mention too, if Khan is just fighting Mega Godzilla, and we're thinking it's Godzilla, but it's actually Mega Godzilla, and we never see Godzilla and Kong fight, just have the movie make us think that it is, then later on it would just be like, oh, it's actually Mega Godzilla. Godzilla and King Kong never fought. He just fought, Mega Godzilla. I would have. Now, I'm not saying they're gonna do this, but this is something we should talk about or at least think about, because that is bullshit. You know, I might be a little bit complaining about like, oh, I don't want Godzilla and Kong teaming up and shit, but that right there, what I just mentioned, is could be it sounds way worse than Godzilla and Kong just teaming up. I'm sorry, just saying, because you're gonna make a versus movie, right? And you're not gonna have them as a triple threat, which I think a lot of people are seeing that more. I think people want more of a triple threat than just two against one, in my opinion. And to be honest, I think that's what everyone wants. People just want a triple threat. If Khan and if Khan, like, how in WWE, if you're a wrestling fan, you know how sometimes some superstars will help one superstar get rid of another superstar for a bit, then they come after each other and beat up with each other. If they do that, I wouldn't give a fuck. I wouldn't. Literally, this, in a way, this is a match. So hype this match. All right. I mean, in a way, you're already hyping it. I mean, we saw the promo from Godzilla versus Kong. I mean, we didn't. They didn't. That's the best promo ever. They didn't have to speak. Just fight. That's the best promo ever. WWE, take note. All right, because these motherfuckers actually know how to do booking, right? you know. Uh, but so let me go back to how I felt about Godzilla and Kong teaming up. I didn't want it. I still don't want it. But it's almost like some people are like, well, it's going to happen anyway, so ha ha ha. And I'm just like, oh, it's not a lot of people are like that. But some people kind of act like that sometimes. That's how I get sometimes in the comments. And maybe it's not like that at all. But that's how it comes off when they're writing it. So I'm just like, well, okay, but yeah, if I say ha ha to something that you wanted and it didn't happen, you would be like, oh, this guy's a dick, right? But if I say that to you, you would I'm a crybaby. Oh, you're not gonna get what you want. Okay then. The thing is, once I heard Mechagodzilla was in this movie, once I even saw the toys of Mechagodzilla in it, that came to my head of like this director. I don't hate him or anything like that, but he literally was basically having fun here, and you should have fun making a movie, but at the same time, it's like you do realize there's people in the back of you that don't want fun; they want money. You have to keep that in mind too. Why? Because these motherfuckers don't care if Godzilla and Kong makes. All they care is that if it makes money, and if it doesn't make money, then they don't give a fuck if the movie's good or not. You know? That's all these fucking high executives motherfuckers care about. Making money. Yes, I understand you're in a business, and all you need is business to make money. But if the quality is shit, then you're not going to make anything. Despite what you think you are going to make. Your returns are not going to come back, I'll tell you that much. You know? So, moving on with that. A lot of people did point this out of like, is Mechagodzilla just fighting Kong, and then maybe Godzilla's fighting Mechagodzilla also, but then we never see Kong and Godzilla touch? Now, I'm not saying that won't happen. Now, if it does happen, that's complete bullshit, like I said in earlier in this video, because it's bullshit. Why would you make a movie, and why would you have these two characters fight, and then not make them fight at all because, oh, we don't want none of the fan base, like Godzilla fan base and King Kong fan base, to uproar and get pissed off? Because look, some YouTuber did mention that mostly in every versus movie, they don't want a specific character to lose. Like, you know, Freddy and Jason, no one didn't win from that. Some people always debate, oh, Freddy won, oh, Jason won on that shit. To me, no one didn't win. It was a tie. The fuck? Like, most people want to say, oh, the original King Kong and Godzilla, Kong won. If you want to see in the Japanese perspective, well, in the Japanese perspective, Godzilla roared at the end too, right? In the American version, it was different, right? So you pick. I'm picking the original version, the Japanese version. In that version, it told me that they both walked off in the sunset. Just because what? Kong raised up in the water and walked away? What the fuck is wrong with you? That's the same concept when Jason's rising up out of the water and has Freddy's head. Oh, Jason won. The fuck? No, he didn't. Who said? They both killed each other. That's what I wanted out of this movie. And you guys are acting like, oh, who's going to win and all that shit. I don't give you should not give a fuck. At the end of the day, we all win. We're kaiju fans. The fuck? And it's true what some people are saying too. Like, it's funny that people are talking or like on top of the Kong bandwagon when Kong just came, basically. Not literally just came, but like he had his own movie and everything like that. But even before that, when 2014 started, if I told you Kong would be in this franchise, would you believe me? You probably wouldn't. You probably would be like, that'd be cool to see, right? But I'm talking about the true kaiju fans will say yeah. But the casual kaiju fans, for crying out loud, the casual kaiju fans are literally the ones that like King Kong. Now, I'm not saying they don't like Godzilla or Mothra or anything like that. I'm not saying that. But the fact of the matter is, Godzilla is national. King Kong is not. People might know King Kong in other regions because of the movies and shit, obviously. But they will know more of a dragon. For crying out loud, there's dragons everywhere, all around the world anyways, guys. They're called birds, by the way. Yeah. Okay? I don't want to get too enlightenment a little bit here, but for crying out loud, there's a reason why there's dragons in China, Japan, you know, and other regions like Mesopotamia. Oh, there's no dragons there. Yes, there is. They're called snakes. The fuck? Thinking snakes are not dragons. Are you fucking high? Then why is there an animal called Komodo dragon? Right? Thank you. And it's just a fucking giant lizard. Oh, look at that, Godzilla. But moving on. It is funny how people are like debating and fighting against each other with like, oh, Godzilla Khan, or Mega Godzilla, even though Mega Godzilla is most likely not going to win. But the fact of the matter is that I'm just cautious about that this movie is not going to give us what we want, and it's most likely is going to give us what we want. Godzilla and Kong killing each other, not like, oh, Godzilla and Kong were not actually fighting each other. They were actually fighting Mega Godzilla. And it's like, fuck you, I want my money back. I want my money back, basically. Or it's just like, oh, bye. You know? That's just me. That's just me, man. Because how ridiculous that sounds, man. Imagine you watching Alien vs. Predator, and then all of a sudden, the chick that's in the movie kills the alien and the predator. Would you want that? Does it sound right? Or do you want the alien and predator to kill each other? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Because the higher ladder sounds more fucking awesomer than what I just told you about the chick just killing alien and predator then walking off. Really? Really? You want to see that? You want to see something like that? No, I'm not saying that would happen in the movie, but I'm saying that a concept like that would happen. Like maybe Khan and Godzilla beat up Mega Godzilla, then they look at each other and be like, all right, we'll leave. Or maybe better yet than that, you know, maybe they just fight after they beat Mega Godzilla. This is something that came in my mind too. By the end of the movie, you'd be seeing Godzilla and Khan about to like face each other, and it's like, all right, we're about to get that fight. Ends. I'd be pissed. Yo, many people will be pissed off. I'll be pissed off. I'll be like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You King Kong and Godzilla didn't fight, and then when they were about to fight, you cut the movie off right there. See ya. See you and destroy your monsters, basically. Or see you in whenever. And it's like, that'd be hilarious if it would be hilarious and also fucked up if this movie did end in a cliffhanger, basically. Like, oh, Godzilla and Kong about to fight, ends. And it's like, what the fuck? You know? Now, I'm not saying these things will happen or anything like that. It's just something to look at because the way people are reacting and the way you see the trailer and the way it just drop where everyone's reacting, where everyone looks at. Look at the trailer and tell me that if something like that does not happen, either what I said in this video, all the things I've said in this video, if that shit does not happen in this movie, okay, cool. Basically, all the negative stuff, basically. Because I still want to see King Kong and Godzilla kill each other. Okay? Okay? I think we all want to fucking see that. Alright? If Mega Godzilla just comes in and be like, oh, hey, and then walks away and Kong and Godzilla are like fighting each other too, and then all of a sudden one of them gets knocked down and Kong or Godzilla are like, alright, now where's the fucking mech? And then all of a sudden the other one gets up and he's like, I'm going after this motherfucker. Now all of a sudden the other one meets up with the mech before the other one, and come on, you guys can, come on, man. It writes itself in a way. Come on, man. It kind of does. It writes itself. And the fact that if it doesn't, in a way, you know how some stories you hear about it or you see the concept of it and you'll be like, it feels like it will write itself. And then you'll be like, it should not be bad at all. It should not even be remotely negative or even, not even negative, just remotely just Because it should be at least, not a masterpiece, but at least watchable, good, entertaining. You know? At least that. At least give us that, like that, basically. Which, most likely this movie is going to provide, obviously. But there's something inside of me, man. There's just something inside of me that tells me they're probably going to piss a lot of people off. I don't know why that tells me that. I do not know why. I could be wrong. We'll see when the movie comes out. But holy shit. I feel like we're going to get some Batman vs. Superman type of vibes here. Because, look, the hardcore fans were hyped for this movie. Now the general public are seeing this shit and they're getting hyped. And it's like, oh. Because let's be honest. I made a video about this on this channel too. The general public doesn't give a fuck about Godzilla. They really don't. They really don't. For crying out loud, there are some people out here that you would talk about Godzilla and they'd be like, what is that childish shit? And yet you still watch the superhero movies. While other producers look at those superhero movies and say that those are childish. And then they're going to look at you and say the same thing about you. And then you say the same thing about me because I like Godzilla. You see the pattern and the stupidity we're walking with here in this ward? That's why sometimes stupidity pisses me off, man. Stupidity kills. That's what it does. It kills the fucking brain cells. That's what it does. And it kills fucking... It kills smartness, man. Because everyone's just blind to other shit, man. But overall, I'm hoping... No, most likely this movie will be a will at least be good. You know? Masterpiece, I don't know. But like I said before, I feel like something's going to happen. And I feel like the original is going to look more fondly than the remake.